some of the things that have happened, I just add humor to it, and some things that happen in life, you just got to roll with it, because I've had a lot of bad things that happen. Like I've had 2 house fires, and I've lost everything. We've always taken humor and just, humor is the best medicine, or laughter is the best medicine. And
Hmm.
so I think with that attitude in life, you can just, find humor and stuff, but just keep going.
Thank you, Melissa, for joining us here to talk about your new book, Mother Trucker. Do you have the book handy on you by any chance? Can you show us what it looks like? Yes.
There you go. That's the paperback copy.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then the hardback copy.
How did you get into writing? Was it in high school? When did you learn that you're pretty good at it and like doing it?
Um, I've always wanted to write a book. And over the years, you just say you're going to do something, you have to commit to something. But I'm going to tell you, when I got into trucking and got into school, it was like, I know what my book's going to be about. And so me being on the road, and it happened early on in training, I knew that I was going to write. I just had to change it up a little bit. So
How long did it take you to write it from start to finish?
start to finish took about 8 months. And so I started a little bit on the road, and but then I had a previous injury with my shoulder, and I ended up having to have surgery, and I was off work for quite a while. That's where I got all my writing done. So I ended up spending about 6 months at home, pretty much every day writing.
How do you overcome that yourself, this sort of understandable self-consciousness of, I'm pretty sure I'm good at writing, but I don't really know for sure. And when I show it to the world, who knows what the
Hmm.
feedback is going to be like? How do you overcome that fear?
Kind of just take the plunge and think, okay, you gotta have that confidence to say, okay, after somebody, 2 or 3 friends tell you, hey, this is good, you find somebody who's able to give you the right kind of criticism, and okay, you can change it up and not, get offended if somebody tells you something like, hey, why don't you try this, or maybe you want to do this, and you can't have, I mean, we're truckers, we can't have thin skin anyway. So same thing
Mhm.
with writing. So
When you're writing, are you trying to intentionally write in a fashion and select words accordingly that people wouldn't think it's a complete disconnect from what they imagined a trucker would be?
I do have, some swearing in the book. Hey, we are truckers, and so I try to keep it as genuine as possible, just because I wanted it to be relatable. If you don't have a shit story, you're not a trucker. And so it's so relatable that, it's really embarrassing to write about, but it happens, and so I did have 2 of my friends who aren't truckers go, I never even thought about that. I never even thought about the bathroom issues being on the road, and so it kind of brings, I'm kind of happy that I'm bringing it to light of people who are non-truckers who see what our life is like on the road.
What is it about trucking that makes people interested in finding out more about what it is that truckers do, specifically women who are trucking?
I think it's more acceptable to cross the gender lines, women from all walks of life. I mean, it used to be, and I hate to say it's a stereotyped, women look rough, and, you just didn't have that. Women can be on the road looking cute, being themselves, and being able to do the entire job by themselves. I think a lot of people pigeonhole it into the fact that, oh, a woman can't do it because there's too much, it's too hard.
Where can we get your book?
You can get my book. I've got a link on my page that goes directly to my website for the
Mhm.
book, but you can also go to Amazon. You can go to Books and or Barnes and Noble, Google Play, just about everywhere you can find something online. You type in Missy Ryckman Mother Trucker, you're going to come up with about
Mhm.
40 different ways. So
Cool.